Hello, so my name is Kathleen Melvin and I am an inbound marketing strategist here at Protocol 80. And for today's What's the Protocol, we're going to be talking about goal setting and prioritizing those goals. With inbound marketing, there's always going to be goals. You're going to have smaller goals, larger goals, and within those goals, they really want to follow a SMART goal framework. They want to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Now, whether you're optimizing a landing page or launching a paid advertising campaign, or maybe doing a blog quarterly content plan, each initiative really needs to be tied to a larger goal. Let's say you want to grow leads year over year by 50%. Well, it's important to set those granular monthly goals to get you to that finish line of success. And it's also really important to report on these and prioritize them correctly. So the first question you're going to want to ask yourself is who should be involved in this goal setting conversation. That's going to want to be the key stakeholders. And part of that group is likely going to be, or should be your marketing department, it should be sales and service. All of those departments are tied to the organization's generation of goals and money, essentially, and they really need to work together to get to that point. So you'll want to have those key groups in the conversation to set your goals that you'd like to really hit. And you don't want to skip steps here as well. You can't assume a marketing goal, but then leave sales out of it, because those salesmen are really the ones who are driving the product, whatever the focus of that industry is. So everyone needs to work together, have an open conversation, and then that way everyone can be on point a little bit better moving forward. And that can lead into the prioritization of the goals, essentially. So speaking of that, how do you prioritize those goals, essentially? Well, it's important to have a list from that conversation, essentially. And then if you understand a little bit of the process of what you're trying to achieve here. So let's say if you're launching an inbound marketing campaign and you've got these goals all set, but you're not sure how to attack them. And you don't want to get into the weeds too much. Like, let's say you've got a website, you want to optimize that, but then you also want to grow this lead generation, like I mentioned before, year over year. Well, let's focus on first who we're targeting, what the competition looks like, what the analytics look like, and then set how to approach those goals moving forward. And then essentially with looking at all of those analytics, competitors, we're going to want to prioritize on top of looking at how to track and also how to report on those. So you're going to have goals going into this, of course, and we want to definitely report on the most important goals, but also those small things, as I mentioned, that get you to that point. So let's say with conversations, as I've mentioned a few times, well, traffic ideally is going to get you there. You're going to need to grow some traffic. So we really push that you're going to want to have all the analytics set up to do that. So whether that's Google Analytics, whether you use HubSpot, whether you've got Tag Manager, SEMrush is a great one as well. So really want to be looking at a lot of different analytic tools to see how that target persona is interacting on your website and how to optimize from there. And the reporting cadence you want to get on is at least a monthly one to start. You want to see how you're doing with those goals and tracking, and if, let's say, something's working really well, maybe capitalizing on that and changing up the strategy a little bit. And let's say something month over month is not working, then you can go back to the drawing board, sort of implement some of the things that are working and mix in different things that could help the overall goals that you've set for the year. And basically, you'll just want to be always tracking progress because you don't know if things are better. You can't get a real feel for it. You can talk with people and see that you're getting more conversions and so forth, but you really want to be looking at the quantity and the quality of what you're getting. For more on this series, go to protocol80.com And check out any of our resources on the website too.